What's going on, guys? We're back again with another GTA stream where we're going to be doing some more races, just chatting about random stuff, and yeah, just chilling out. So yeah, right then, we're just going to go ahead and sort out the stream settings and then get straight into the chat and get on with it. Holy shit, 7 people in here already. That's gone quick. Right then, what's up, guys? What's up, Scarbucky, KD7, Brad Morris, Kingman, now with a blue XWF Gaming badge. That's not really rich. Here goes my new badge. It actually looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I think I did that nicely. It's red for the first month, and then once you've been a member for 2 months, it goes blue. And then when it's 6 months, it goes pink. And then after a year, it goes silver, and then after 2 years, it goes gold. Enjoy the career mode stream earlier. Thanks, mate. Yeah, it's just another chill one. You know, nothing special, nothing crazy, you know, like in FUT Champs, like what happened on Sunday. But yeah, just chilled out. I think I'm unbeaten in the career mode for the whole season, guys. We're into January, and I haven't lost a game in that season yet. So we're actually doing really well. Who's the longest member? I think it's Sinfajin. Sinfajin must be the longest one. Friday is my last day of school. Next year, GCSEs. Oh, nice. At least you get some time away from school. I mean, if you don't enjoy school, then at least you get some time away from it. And then GCSEs, yeah, GCSEs are going to be stressful. I certainly didn't make the most of my time when I was in school, but do I regret it? I don't know, really. I think it was justified of me to kind of do what I did, because I really didn't enjoy my time there. You know, at the end of the day, if you're going to be really unhappy, then, you know, sometimes it's good to just not deal with it. But that was just what it was like for me anyway. That's what it was like for me anyway. So, yeah. School's okay, but some stuff is very hard. I enjoy maths, really bad at it. Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Or other age at FIFA got to go to school 100%. Yeah, I mean, school, for me, it wasn't about the work. That's the sad thing, really. When I did school, it wasn't actually about going ahead and focusing on my studies. It was just about getting through the day. That's the only problem. That's why I didn't really do as well as what I could have. Why can't I join a race? You've been kicked from the job. I keep getting kicked from the job, don't I? Did my GCSEs this year, stressful, but just try your best. What you can do in the end. Yeah, I mean, if I really focused on it and I really cared about it properly, I would have revised and done all the right things. I would have really dedicated myself to it. But I just didn't give a shit. I really didn't care. Because all I cared about was football and other stuff, and then also just hated going to school. Like, school was like the worst part of my childhood. I just did everything I could to avoid it. So that was how I looked at school. I think if I looked at it in a different way, then yeah. But it was almost impossible. I hated school. I hated it. It's just the way I was. And I just used to mess about with my mates. Yeah. Why should we let a piece of paper define our life? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think if you don't do well at school or anything like that, it does not mean that you're not going to have a happy life. You can still have a happy life, and you can still succeed. And you can still learn things when you leave school. You know, you can still learn how to succeed with certain things. You can learn certain principles of you know, business. I mean, everything's out there, guys. The internet, there are so many things on the internet you can learn from. There are books there. There are so many things. You know, you don't have to learn stuff in school. I mean, if you want to become really good at business, go ahead and read loads of books on business. Do you know what I mean? Like, read about 5 books, 5 like really highly rated books from businessmen or whatever. You can learn stuff yourself. You know, it's not always about school. If you like master things that you've learned, of course you can go far in anything. So school isn't always the number one. It's not anywhere near the number one thing that gets anybody anywhere. Primary school was awful for me. I had an eczema skin problem. I used to get teased. But luckily before secondary school began to clear up, and luckily my skin got... Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I preferred primary school, but once again I preferred the class because we all got used to each other after 7 years. So that was cool, but like I still wasn't focused on the studies, you know. I just found it annoying. It just, you know, as long as I knew how to spell and do basic maths, I wasn't bothered about anything else. And to tell the truth, all I gave a shit about was sports and football and all that. That was like my life. That's all I gave a shit about. I didn't care about studying. I just wanted to play football. You know, most of the time, like, if I'm in primary school, I'll just wait for lunch so we can all play football. That's all I really cared about, to be honest. I can't seem to join a race now, wow. I like school, they don't teach you about life skills. No, they don't. They should. They should do. They should, so you actually have more of an understanding as you get older. Wish I could turn the clock back and apply myself better. I've done well since. Just remember, school days are your best days, treasure them as they'll be gone forever. Yeah, that's true. That's true, but I don't look back on school as... Primary school, I look back on it as fond memories, but not secondary school. Secondary school, most of that, about 75% of secondary school I hated. So I don't look back on it very fondly. Sometimes I do. Obviously there were some good times in there, but most of it wasn't. Electrical apprentices, alright. Yeah, that's not bad. That's cool. Maths is such a useless subject, honestly, the stuff they teach, like drawing triangles and stuff. Yeah. Maths is only something you want to really learn if you're actually, if whatever it is that you want to get into in life involves it, but obviously the government force us to do it all. It's important to learn basic maths. You know, just times tables, you know, plus, minus. It just basic maths is a good thing, but you know, you don't have to learn all the in-depth shit unless you actually need to. But the government obviously force us, and I don't like that. Did you like PE? I enjoyed PE. I enjoyed like the sports side of it, but obviously because there are so many pricks, it just kind of spoiled it a bit. Primary school life was good back then. Got home after a nice easy day and stick Modern Warfare 2 on the PS3 with a can of Monster Energy. Yeah, it sounds really cool. That sounds nice. I mean, there was that photo or that meme, I don't know what it is. Someone was saying, well, it's not a meme, it's just a photo of someone saying, school in the morning, just playing Modern Warfare 2, life was stress-free, back in like 2010 or whatever. I wouldn't agree with that, because I'll be like, nope. Like, I'd rather play Modern Warfare on the fucking, play Call of Duty or whatever on the Friday night rather than on a school night. Will there ever be a thing on no school in the future? I don't know. I think I sometimes I believe that school it's a strange thing, because that is where you get a lot of your social skills and stuff. I think there needs to be like a social kind of class as well, so people can actually get along and actually develop friendships with everyone, because sometimes you get those kids that are left out and it's really, really bad. It ruins their whole social life. It gives them like social anxiety and shit. It's really bad. Because you should show your social football skills. I'd love to do a video on it, but I mean, I can do it. I can really make it happen if I wanted to. But I'd probably have to do it myself. Record it all myself. But it'd probably be shit. I mean, I'd do good free kicks and probably good crossbar challenges and stuff. But, you know, I don't know how I'm going to make it into a good video. Because basically all you're going to see is just me doing random shots. The only thing I can do is just probably add music to it. Yeah, that's true, Aaron Levitt. That's really true. Two parallel lines on a. It is very stupid. I mean, who gives a shit about shapes and all that? It's fucking ridiculous. Did you go to college or uni? I went to college. I actually struggled in college as well. I mean, not with the work. I struggled in my second year. I left within the first 6 months because there was so many pricks there. I'd walk to the back of the college or the front of the college sometimes. I'd just be like, I don't want to deal with this, and I'd just walk home. So I was actually quite depressed when I was there, really. That was back in 2011, 2012 time. So yeah, I'd kind of just got a bit down when I was in that second course. But once again, it was the same thing. It's because I just didn't want to deal with people. It wasn't because of the work or anything like that. I could handle the work, I could handle the training and everything I was doing. It's just the people. Couldn't do it. I didn't want to, you know, I would know I'd be dealing with a load of pricks that day. And sometimes I just like, no, I don't want to deal with them today. I'd just go home. And then I'd get a bit of a bollocking from my dad as well. If you can't count and take away numbers and work out the measurements, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm obviously decent with just basic adding up and takeaways. Darts has really helped that. As I played darts when I was a kid, it's made me, you know, not learn, but it's made me easily kind of add up and take away stuff. Like, because when you know all the finishes, it just kind of gets stuck in your head. So when you play darts, I know all the finishes, like all the finishes on the dartboard, every single one. So if you need to take out 170, you got to go 2 treble 20s bullseye, 167, treble 20, treble 19, bullseye. You know, if you give me any checkout in darts, I can say what to hit. I know every single one. 124, treble 20, treble 14, double 11. 131, treble 20, treble 13, double 16. 145, treble 20, treble 14, double top. I mean, I know all the finishes. Like, so darts has actually really helped the maths point of view. So I actually, like when you're a kid, obviously you need the sheet up just to see all the finishes so you know what to get. But now I just know every single one. Darts are just dropping in throwing stuff. No, it's actually a really good sport. It's a really, really good sport. It's really entertaining at times. Really entertaining. Some of the stuff. I'll show you this video when Van Gogh almost got 2-9 darters. It was nuts. It was crazy. This is how entertaining darts can be. He wasn't missing a shot at all. He wasn't missing anything. And the crowd were going crazy. Did you watch that? Darts. That moment there was amazing. That was historic. He almost hit 2-9 darters in a row. I remember watching it live. It was just unbelievable. Anyway, we're going to restart the game, guys. I'm going to have to restart the stream, so because the game's been a bastard. So I shall see you in a minute.